a lot, and I just hope that they go out strong and aggressive and ready to play ball tonight.
Do you think this is a team that maybe even if they get down, they'll just keep battling?
I hope so. These are a good group of girls. Like I said, they have good teamwork. They communicate well. They're confident with each other.
And what would, regardless of what happens tonight, what would you like to see them accomplish?
I would like them. I'd like them to go out and have fun and compete as a team. I think team and communication, the rest of it will fall into place. But as long as they're working together, good things are going to happen.
Awesome, Coach. We appreciate it. Good luck. Have fun tonight.
Thank you.
And I agree with that. Basketball is for having fun, competing. That's a really good attitude as we get set to go tonight. It should be a fun one, and that's Coach Shumway. We want to say thanks to her for chatting with us, both she and Coach Stearns of San Juan, kind enough to visit with us here tonight as we get set for the opening tip here this evening. Now just moving along, taking a look at some Monticello stats coming in. We don't have a whole lot of stats for them, but we do have some scoring stats at the very least, and we'll start it off just with their scoring leader, Sadie Adams, in that game up in Moab, scoring 11 points for Monticello. Avery Shumway with 9. Ciara McCarthy with 5 in that game. Kennedy Brewer had 4. Allie Berry with 3, along with Amy Lewis. She also had 3. And Olivia Chamberlain registering 2 points for Monticello in that 36-33 win over the Grand County Lady Red Devils up north in Moab. And so rivalries all along the Highway 191 here, going north and south, and from Blanding all the way up to Moab, and of course down normally on the reservation here in San Juan County, but sadly the reservation school's not experiencing any activities this season due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So we're hoping at some point to get everybody back in action. We're also hoping at some point to get a lot more folks in these stands. It is uncharacteristically empty and quiet in here this evening, just like we experienced this past weekend at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield. Due to the restrictions, only parents are allowed in at this point, and I believe it's only 2 parents per participant of the said event. So it is definitely a whole lot of empty space here in the stands, and it will be a little bit different characteristic in here this evening between these two rivals than it normally is. So we're going to take another break, and we'll continue with the Red Rock 92 postgame show when we come back. We're glad you've joined us. We're getting set for the Monticello Buckaroos in town in Blanding, visiting the San Juan Lady Broncos. We'll be tipping it off here in just a matter of moments. Stay with us. You're listening to High School Hoops on Four Corners Classic Hits, Red Rock 92.
Rick Martin and his team of primary residential supporters.
you back live to San Juan High School, getting set up for the opening tip here tonight between the San Juan Lady Broncos and the Monticello Lady Buckaroos, as these two girls' team rivals get set to square off here at the San Juan High School Gymnasium. Always a fun matchup when these two teams meet, and that should be the case this evening. And we want to just let you know all the places you can hear us tonight. We're, of course, on 92.7 FM on your radio dial. And I want to say thanks to the folks at PictureItPalmer.com. They've been streaming video for us in a partnership through the football season and now on into the basketball season. And so we say thanks to them. You can find us on that website for some video and audio. That's again, PictureItPalmer.com. And this evening, a little special feature. We've got the boys of Monticello hosting Green River tonight over in the Monticello High School Gymnasium. And you can see that one online at PictureItPalmer.com. And then we're also streaming as well audio 24/7 on RedRock92.com. So anytime you want to hear the classic hits or, of course, the sporting events as well that we take the time out to cover. And especially in this year of COVID, we're doing our best to cover as many events as we can possibly get to for you so that the folks who aren't able to be in the gymnasiums anymore this season can have a chance to at least participate and cheer while that's going on this season. So that's our goal, and that's what we're attempting to accomplish. And so far, so good. 4 games this last weekend on the air for us at the Superior Valley Center for the Central Utah Boys Basketball Preview. And switching over the girls here tonight with Monticello in Blanding to take on their rivals, the San Juan Lady Broncos. We are brought to you tonight on Red Rock 92 in part by the San Juan School District. We thank you for the good support of our schools. Also this evening, the San Juan Public Health encouraging you to help slow and prevent COVID-19 infection by wearing masks, being less than 6 feet apart from others. San Juan County Economic Development this evening. Local businesses are offering great deals now thanks to the Shop in Utah program. Learn more at utahspaintingcountry.com. You can click on the Shop in Utah icon for info there. Also this evening, Desert Rivers Credit Union providing loans at great rates to all members no matter their credit score. And Main Street Drug, a proud supporter of local sports. Check out their Moxie line by Sydney and Bonute. We're also brought to you this evening by Bradford Tire, Northern Electric, Patio Drive-In, Montello's Repair, and Blanding Napa Auto Parts. Again, thanks to all of these sponsors. We could not do these broadcasts without the occasional support from back home. And so, again, just a big thanks to all these folks who are making these broadcasts possible by way of sponsorship dollars. And if you'd like to sign up to sponsor any of our broadcasts this season for South and Eastern Utah High School sports, please give us a call at area code 435-587-2277. So we'll take one more break. We'll be back out here for the opening tip next. Stay with us. It's going to be the San Juan Lady Broncos hosting the Monticello Lady Buckaroos. You're listening to High School Hoops on Four Corners Classic Hits, Red Rock 92.
That number again is 435-558-5635. Diamond Propane is the proud sponsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Juan High School for tonight's athletic contest. We welcome our guests from Monticello High School and wish all players good luck in tonight's game. Both schools are members of the Utah High School Activities Association and support new state sports program with the expert knowledge from any of your 4x4 needs. OM Motorsports Motorsports Backcountry Towing, covering all the terrain. OM Motorsports, South Highway 191, the only ones you need. Remember, part of being a good sport, so nowadays it's very
Owned by rich folks, primary goal is make profit. Desert Rivers Credit Union is for people, not profit. You're owned and controlled by our members, your local friends and neighbors, and that's what makes all the difference. How? Desert Rivers Credit Union offers low loan rates to all our members, no matter what their credit score, as well as surcharge-free ATM and lower fees on checking and home loans. Best of all, after necessary reserve, all profits are paid to our members because they are the owners. Come join and become an owner of Desert Rivers Credit Union. DesertRiversCU.com.
When you have pain, weakness, and debilitation, it's easy to get the physical therapy you need in San Juan County in Precision Rehab. You don't even limp along putting up with discomfort that saps your strength. Precision Rehab is here to restore you to activity with clinics in Monticello and Blanding, as well as Montezuma Creek and Monument Valley. Whether the pain is in your knees, hips, shoulders, feet, or neck, we have innovative, effective treatments that make a difference. Treatment is covered by Medicare and most insurances. Call 435-678-3869 for an appointment. That's 435-678-3869.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rhett Sifford welcoming you back live to San Juan High School, where we're getting the call of the starters here this evening, and Monticello First being the road team, and we'll get to them in just a moment. Going to insert them here into the roster, and now we'll move on to the San Juan Lady Broncos. We'll call them as they call them out here live here in the San Juan High School gymnasium, and then again we'll get to the Monticello starters momentarily. But for San Juan tonight, it's going to be number 33, senior guard McKaylee Begay. Number 25, senior forward Sadie Brown. Number 30, senior guard Kiwana Dishface. Number 2, senior forward Emily Palmer. And finally tonight for San Juan, number 22, senior guard Haley Warren. And of course, San Juan is coached by Laura Stearns. Monticello is coached by first-year head coach now, Marcia Shumway. And the starters for Monticello, it'll be number 11, sophomore forward Avery Shumway. Number 21, sophomore guard Allie Berry. Number 22, senior guard Kennedy Brewer. Number 24, senior guard Sadie Adams. And number 30, junior guard Ciara McCarthy. And we are set for the opening tip here tonight. Our first coverage of girls high school basketball this season. And it should be a fun one here, a big challenge for these visiting Monticello Buckaroos, who are wearing their road black unis tonight with the orange numbers, San Juan in the home white, with the blue numbers, yellow highlights. And the opening tip is going to be Allie Berry versus Emily Palmer, and it's going to be San Juan to win it, and they will possess to open it up. Monticello's going to knock it away down here in the far corner as Sadie Adams stepped in the way of a San Juan pass, and the Lady Broncos will reset in the front court. And into the paint, there's an open shot high off the glass, no good. Rebound try is no good. The dish face missing the first try. And it was, I believe, Haley Warren. No, it wasn't. It was Sadie Brown missing on the putback, and then she hits a jumper right here to open the scoring. And it's 2-0. San Juan opening up with the lead. Monticello with their first possession now in the offensive end, and knocked down is Kennedy Brewer as she tried to drive through a double team. It will be our first foul of the evening. And that's going to be on Sadie Brown, the senior forward. Monticello will reset on the near sideline, and they dump it in. It's Avery Shumway at midcourt. She'll get it back across, and she's run into and fouled by Haley Warren. So 2 fouls back-to-back on San Juan to start it off, Monticello's first possession of the night. And the Lady Buckaroos will inbound again, and it's once again Avery Shumway running it in. She'll pull up on the left sideline. Now dish to Kennedy Brewer. Straightaway 3, no good. Rebounded by Monticello, though, and there's a putback try, no good. So that was Brewer missing for 3 as San Juan comes back the other way and misses a try. That's Emily Palmer on the miss. On a follow-up that time, we've got a player in off the bench. Kylie Rogers already in off the bench for Monticello, missing the 2 on that putback opportunity. And Monticello ends up losing the basketball out of bounds here on San Juan's rebound. The Lady Broncos have it now, and here comes a 3 for Warren, and nothing but net. And it is 5-0. Long-range shot there from Warren. She's got 3 on the evening, and San Juan leads 5-0 to start us off. There's a drive to the baseline up underneath the basket. Brewer ran out of room and had that go off the underside of the glass. Coming back the other way, I think a double dribble here for San Juan. Will turn it back over for Monticello. And so the Lady Buckaroos will inbound it all the way down underneath the basket, go into the bucket. Missing the layup try was Sadie Adams. And it'll be rebounded by San Juan as they'll run it up. And now it's Dishface working it into the middle, kicks it out. 3 for McKaylee Begay is good. And it's 8-0 as the Lady Broncos have stormed out to the 8-0 run here to start us off. And we're down to 6:10 to go in the opening quarter. Monticello loses it here on the inbound. San Juan takes it away. A layup is no good from Emily Palmer as they had stolen the basketball. Now the Lady Buckaroos will transition. And on the run is Brewer. She runs into the defense of San Juan, and a player goes down on the baseline. That's Begay. I think Begay is going to be called for a foul for her trouble here. And that will be her first. And Monticello will reset on the baseline here. As Brewer will survey the scene, she'll have to get it in to avoid a penalty, and she does. And now they'll swing it around the corner, and there's Rogers, top of the key. She'll hand off, and now pulling up inside the arc, and draining Monticello's first basket of the night is Shumway. And San Juan quickly back the other way. There's a shot block for Rogers as Emily Palmer went up. And the Lady Buckaroos are going to get the ball back here. It went out of bounds after the block. And they say off San Juan. So Brewer steps to the defensive baseline, gets it into Shumway. And Shumway will try to run it through the San Juan D. She gets it to Rogers, who mishandles. And San Juan's going to take it back here. Running it across the timeline is Palmer. Straight down to left of the basket. Now they'll kick it back out. Into the paint, floating a shot, no good, is Haley Warren. And Monticello, I should say, comes down with the loose ball, and they'll walk it across. Shumway now, dishes right side. Allie Berry can't handle that one. It goes out of bounds right in front of the San Juan players bench, and we'll go back to the Lady Broncos. San Juan inbounds, and walking it across is Dishface. She'll send to the near side now. Warren drives to the paint. Now hands off to Palmer. Palmer floats one up. It's no good, but on the rebound, a basket and a foul for Sadie Brown. And the foul will be Monticello's first of the night. A chance at a three-point play here for Brown. And that makes it 10-2 in the meantime, and it is the first of the night on Kylie Rogers. And so Sadie Brown toes the line. Shot is up, bounces off. So San Juan unable to complete the three-point play. That's our first foul shot of the night. And now Monticello loses it in the offensive end. Coming back the other way, or attempting to, is number 10 for San Juan, Serena Yanito. And now a whistle down on the baseline here under the basket. Looks like a foul on the floor against Monticello. And that's going to be on Sadie Adams, her first. Monticello's second in this first half now. 4:41 to go in the first quarter. A 10-2 lead here in the early stages for the host team, the San Juan Lady Broncos. Now we're going to get a travel as Monticello's defense stepped in the way of a Haley Warren effort. And both Kylie Rogers and I think it was Allie Berry down there who blocked that shot and basically forced a travel underneath. Looks like we're going to get our first timeout of the ball game. Comes with 4:37 to go in the opening quarter and a 10-2 San Juan lead. And we're glad you've joined us for High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 tonight. We're in Blanding, where San Juan is hosting Monticello here in the San Juan High School Gymnasium this evening. And we are brought to you tonight in part by Utah State University Blanding tonight, your hometown university in the Four Corners. With local faculty and access to big school resources, visit stepped in her way and forced that travel, so Monticello will turn it over in the in the defensive end, and San Juan has an opportunity here in the front court. They'll inbound out high to Sadie Brown. She puts up a three, no good. Rebounded by Monticello, though, and Shumway thought she'd take it out, but she has to pull up. Now hands off to Berry, who sends it to Brewer. Baseline drive, has a shot deflected, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by by San Juan. So Monticello keeps it here in the offensive end with 4:22 to go in the opening quarter, trailing San Juan by 8. Now here's a wide open Shumway, right of the key for 3, yes. And that pulls Monticello back to within 5. It's 10-5 with 4:12 to go now in the opening quarter. San Juan back in the offensive end. There's a baseline drive and a little underhand effort from Dishface won't go. And a whistle on the rebound. Looks like a foul against San Juan. That'll be on Michaela Begay, the senior guard, and Monticello will inbound in the defensive end. Now, just like Coach Stern said in the pregame interview, a little press from the Lady Broncos. Monticello right now able to dribble through, and they're going to find a wide-open player underneath the basket. Missing the initial attempt is Adams. Allie Berry on a couple putback tries missing, and San Juan's going to grab the rebound here. And we'll see it, maybe a jump ball. No, it's going to be a foul on Monticello's Allie Berry. So that'll be her first. And the Lady Buckaroos now up to 3 infractions here in this opening quarter. And 3:50 remaining here. San Juan leading 10-5 on their home court. Yanito on the right side will come into the middle. There's Palmer to the basket. Can't get the layup to go. And rebounded by Monticello. So it remains 10-5. The Lady Buckaroos on the run. It's Brewer. To the right of the paint, lobs it underneath. It's picked off there by Palmer, and San Juan on the run with numbers. Palmer's going to keep it herself, goes short off the glass, though, and on the rebound, a jump ball as Allie Berry and Yanito got in there and battled with each other. And alternating possession will go to San Juan this time. So they'll inbound in the front court. And they get it in, a good shot from Brown, but a little short. And a follow-up try is good for Emily Palmer, and that increases the score, or the lead, I should say, to 12-5 now for the San Juan Lady Broncos. So Monticello had scored 5 to answer back a 10-0 run, I believe, for San Juan to start us off. Maybe Monticello made it 8-2, I believe. There's a nice look-off and a reverse layup for Dishface. That was a beauty. And 14-5, and now Dishface will step in to play D, but she fouls Brewer on the inbound play. And so that'll be Dishface's first foul of the night. It's 14-5 for San Juan here on their home court with just under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter as Brewer dribbles across for Monticello. Then she throws it away. It's picked off. Emily Palmer again coming the other way for San Juan, but she ended up mishandling the dribble on the far side and walked with it. That'll turn it back over to the Lady Buckaroos. So MHS set to inbound on the far side as Sierra McCarthy's going to come back in the ball game for MHS, replacing Kennedy Brewer. And it'll be Shumway inbounding. Allie Berry on the dribble, walking it across. She's in the midcourt paint. Has a pass for Shumway deflected, but it still makes its way to Shumway. Now Kylie Rogers left wing to Shumway. She has it knocked away, but retreats to the midcourt paint to catch it. And now Allie Berry can't handle a high pass cross court from Shumway. It goes out of bounds again in front of the San Juan players bench, and the Lady Broncos will take over with the turnover. 2:29 to go in the opening quarter, a 14-5 lead for San Juan. And Emily Palmer finds a wide open Sadie Brown, who can't make the 6-footer. And the loose ball comes down to Monticello. And they'll go baseline right. And it's Adams there, dishing it back out to Berry. She walks with it. That'll turn it back over to San Juan. So the team's trading turnovers right now. And San Juan will inbound from in front of their own players' bench. Serena Yanito. And she gets it to Kiana Dishface, who will lob it into the paint. Nice work by Palmer. And a little fade won't go, and a follow-up is good for Sadie Brown. So Palmer on the first effort, no good. Sadie Brown right there with a nice board and a putback. She's got 6 on the night now, and San Juan leads 16-5. That's a game-high 6 points now for Sadie Brown as she takes that department over from Avery Shumway. Now there's a long-range shot from Shumway, no good. I believe that was for 2. San Juan in quick transition, but Sadie Brown too hard off the glass. And Monticello with the rebound. They'll come back into the offensive end. Kylie Rogers, I should say, is fouled as she tried to dribble near the top of the key. This will be on Haley Warren, her first, and San Juan up to 6 now already in this first quarter. 93 seconds remain in the opening frame. As Allie Berry comes off for Monticello, and we have Emily Palmer leaving the floor for San Juan. I didn't see who came in for either player, actually. And Kylie Rogers will now bounce it under the basket for Monticello. It's going to be picked off there. And on the dribble is Dishface with a little crossover. Now she'll try to dump it into the middle. It's deflected, but still makes it to Warren. Warren gives it back to Dishface. Back to Warren. Straightaway three, no. And rebounded by Monticello. Shumway will walk it out for the Lady Buckaroos. On the dribble. Now Yanito steps in to mark her, and Monticello will get it down low. There's a shot no good off the glass from Adams. Rebounded by the Lady Buckaroos, though, and now we're going to get a foul on the floor as Shumway was on the dribble. And this will go to Yanito, her first of the evening. The hometown San Juan Lady Broncos leading the visiting Monticello Lady Buckaroos 16-5 with 54.7 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. We're glad you've joined us. High school hoops on Four Corners Classic Hits, Red Rock 92. This foul does put Monticello in the bonus, and Avery Shumway goes to the line for a 1-and-1. It's been all Shumway so far for Monticello. As she hits this foul shot, she's got all 6 points for the Lady Buckaroos, and they'd like her to make another. That makes it a 10-point game. She could make it a single-digit deficit here if she can drain this one, and does. Good foul shooting from the sophomore forward. And it is 16-7, all 7 points for Shumway, and that's a game high now. San Juan works it back into their offensive end. Yanita lost it for a moment, but gets it back. Now right side three rims out from Dishface, and these Lady Broncos not afraid to shoot the long ball, that's for sure. And they have hit on a couple. Here's Monticello back in the offensive end, and now Amy Lewis off the bench with a pass, and they'll get it down low to Adams, who scoops it in from the right side, and that makes it 16-9 as Monticello rallies back to make it a 7-point ball game. And the Lady Broncos quickly back in the offensive end. Missing a shot is Yanito. Monticello with the rebound, and they'll come the other way. Now pulling up is Lewis. She'll try to go cross court, but it's intercepted. And Brown on the dribble. Right through the middle of the D. Has the ball popped free. Looks like a foul coming on the Lady Buckaroos here. And this will be a shooting situation, I believe, as Shumway called for her first. And indeed, Brown will shoot two. She was the only player, I believe, for San Juan to shoot from the line so far in this game, trying to complete a three-point play. That is, in fact, true. And this shot rims in. So Brown up to 7 points on the evening. That ties her with Avery Shumway for the game high. That is the fourth foul on Monticello here in the first half, as Brown can't connect on the second foul shot. The buzzer sounds. That'll do it for the first quarter. And it is a 17-9 lead through the first 8 minutes of play. That went by pretty quickly. The San Juan Lady Broncos leading the Monticello Lady Buckaroos. And we will take a break. We'll be back out here for the start of the second quarter. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops on Four Corners Classic Hits, Red Rock 92.
Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing your home or property, Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency is there to help. With offices in San Juan and Grand counties, Anderson Oliver Title has provided title insurance and real estate closing services for over 20 years. Anderson Oliver Title is the only locally owned and operated title company in San Juan and Grand counties, and is happy to be part of the community, to work and to play alongside you, and proud to support high school athletes.
Here at Utah Naval Health System, our mission statement is we exist to improve your quality of life through comprehensive, self-empowered, culturally sensitive, and amazing customer service.
Walker Drug is also the largest supplier of CBD in the Four Corners. Walker Drug, next to Walker's Hardware on Main and Moab.
Britt Barton and his team at Primary Residential Mortgage want to thank their clients for making this their best year ever.
Historically low interest rates make now the perfect time to call PRMI to purchase a home or refinance your mortgage. Their awesome staff, licensed in Utah and Colorado, has over 25 years of experience in the local mortgage industry and world-class customer service. Call or come into one of their local branches in Moab and Blanding. You can even apply online at sitwithbrit.com. Call today, 435-678-3535, and they can help you with all your home loan needs. Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated is an equal housing lender. NMLS 3094.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rhett Sifford welcoming you back live to San Juan High School in Blanding as San Juan answers a Monticello basket. That was Sadie Brown, is that correct? Or I think it was Sadie Brown scoring here for San Juan to answer. They gave Ciara McCarthy a 2. I thought it was a 3, but I think it's going to be a 2, so I'll have to correct that. And now Kiwana Dishface scores immediately thereafter. So some heated action here to begin the second quarter, and it's 21-11 as the ball will go out of bounds right in front of the scoring table, and that's going to be off Monticello, so it'll be San Juan basketball here. And let me get this fixed. McCarthy's shot was 2 points, and so that is now corrected. 21-11 is the score on the scoreboard. Now a 3 out of the left corner for San Juan. No good from Warren. Rebounded by the Lady Buckaroos, and they'll transition. And it's Brewer on the dribble. She'll reverse and send it cross court. Lewis goes into the middle, not expecting that. There was a Lady Buckaroo player. Now a 3-point basket for Kennedy Brewer. Makes it 21-14. And so Monticello battling here. Now McKaylee Begay throws up a 3 that misses everything, and that'll go out of bounds off Monticello apparently as they battled. And so San Juan will retain possession here in the offensive end. And they'll work at top of the key now for Dishface. She'll dribble in on Brewer, now kicks it right side. Sadie Brown thought about it. She comes cross court. Good look to Begay, who can't get the jumper to go. A putback try is no good for Palmer, and rebounded by Monticello initially, but now they battle, and a good job by Dishface to jump in and force a jump ball on Brewer, and it will be San Juan basketball. So nice work by the senior guard for San Juan, and now she'll inbound out near the free throw line. Palmer misses the 10-footer, and it's rebounded by Monticello. So Palmer has been a bit cold here in the early stages shooting-wise, but the Lady Broncos taking a whole lot of opportunities as San Juan will be guilty of a foul here. And this, I believe, will already be the third on Haley Warren here in the first half. So Warren in a bit of foul trouble here early. And this will put Monticello to the line again for a 1-and-1. The Lady Buckaroos trailing the Lady Broncos by 7 once again, 21-14. And Brewer would like to make this a 5-point deficit. She does rim in the first of 2 now as she earns the second shot with that bucket. And Brewer now has 4 on the night. So some Lady Buckaroos have started stepping in to help out Avery Shumway, who scored the first 7 points all by herself for Monticello. Brewer can't make the second foul shot, and San Juan in a quick transition. Overhand pass down low. Nice work to the basket by Dishface, and she lays it up and in off the glass from the left side. Dishface has 6 now for San Juan, and it's 23-15. The Lady Buckaroos walk coming back the other way. They'll turn it back over. And so San Juan will take over on the far sideline with an inbound pass as Begay steps over there, and, well, I guess the referee's getting themselves worked into the right positions here. Now she'll inbound and receives a return pass from Dishface. They work a give and go. Now left wing over here on the near side for Caitlin Perkins, who's in off the bench. Now a pass into the middle under the basket is deflected. Monticello steals. Allie Berry on the drive through the paint. Gets a handoff to Kylie Rogers, who lays it up and in off the glass. And that's Rogers' first points of the night. It's 23-17 as Monticello pulls back to within 6. This is as close as they've been since San Juan went on an 8-0 run to start off the ball game. And now the Lady Broncos lose the basketball in the offensive end as Perkins mishandles the dribble out of bounds, and Berry will inbound for Monticello to Brewer. We are already 3 minutes into this second quarter, 5 minutes to go in the first half as Sierra McCarthy hits a 3. They'll give her 3 this time, and the Lady Buckaroos all of a sudden are back to within 3. It's 23-20. Quite a rally here for MHS in the second quarter, but Emily Palmer is able to answer for San Juan as she drove right up the middle through the paint on the MHS D. And now McCarthy has it left wing for MHS as they set it up. She tries to go left baseline for Rogers, who has it knocked away. Palmer on the steal, but she carries on the dribble, and that'll turn it back over to MHS. So you heard Coach Stearns talking in the pregame interview about the turnovers, that she wants her girls to curtail, but a lot of turnovers here tonight for both teams so far. And obviously that's to be expected in a delayed start to this season with COVID-19 and not a whole lot of practice. You heard Coach Stearns even talking about her team not able to really go up and down the court in practice yet. So really these teams just being thrown into game action very early. And as I say all this, Monticello turns the ball over in their offensive end. So San Juan in transition, and a good pass here from Perkins to Palmer, who lays it in off the glass from the left side. And that was actually more of a 3-foot jumper there for Palmer. She's up to 4 points on the night now. Monticello trying to answer back, and Allie Berry 3 misses everything. Goes out of bounds on the baseline, and that'll give it back to San Juan. 4:24 to go in the first half already. So, boy, the game has only been going for 27 minutes, and we're working on already halfway through the second quarter. As San Juan sets it up in the offensive end. Here's Perkins working a give and go back and forth with Dishface, who misses the 3 from the right side. And Allie Berry for Monticello, I should say, doesn't come down with the rebound. Well, I think she did, and now hands off. And now Monticello turns it over in the offensive end. Driving down court and banking it in is McKaylee Begay on a nice play for San Juan, and that increases the lead back to 7. So the Lady Buckaroos were able to rally to make it a 3-point game, but San Juan has stolen that momentum back. Now a McCarthy 3 is too far. Allie Berry underneath grabs the rebound. Can't get an opportunity on the putback. Now Adams, an effort, will bounce out of bounds after it nicked off the rim, and San Juan looks like will take over possession here. So out of bounds off Monticello with just over 3.5 minutes to go in the first half, and the Lady Broncos have built the 7-point lead back here. Glad you've joined us for high school hoops tonight on Red Rock 92. On the radio here tonight, we're in San Juan High School in Blanding, as the Lady Broncos are hosting their rivals from the north, the Monticello Lady Buckaroos. And on the internet, well, we're also on the internet at pictureitpalmer.com. I want to say thanks to those folks, streaming video and audio there. We're also streaming at redrock92.com, but we've got the boys Monticello game versus Green River tonight on pictureitpalmer.com exclusively tonight. So we're featuring a doubleheader of high school basketball coverage as Monticello committed a foul. San Juan couldn't capitalize, though. Missing a shot, it goes out of bounds. And the Lady Buckaroos will take over here. Actually, I think that was a pass that was knocked out of bounds. So it's Avery Shumway dribbling up for Monticello. She'll hand over here to Amy Lewis. And now to Allie Berry, who tries to dribble through traffic. She's knocked down and fouled, and will shoot a 1-and-1. This will be Monticello's last 1-and-1 of the first half, as this is the 9th foul on San Juan here in the first half of play. And this went to, looks like the first on number 23, Caitlin Perkins. So again, Allie Berry at the line, her first trip tonight, looking for her first point, but she can't make the first foul shot. And players fall down in a crowd on the rebound battle, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on Monticello to Olivia Chamberlain, the senior forward who's in off the bench. And that'll give the ball to San Juan as they walk it up now with just over 3 minutes to go in the first half, leading Monticello 29-20. Actually missed a basket here, so I'm not sure who I missed a basket from. So Emily Palmer scoring to make it 31-20 now. And MHS has it in the first half. In their front court, I'm trying to say. San Juan will steal, though, and run it up. And a nice drive to the basket, but the shot too hard off the glass for McKaylee Begay. And a foul, I think, on the rebound against Monticello. So This will be their 7th and will put San Juan in the bonus, and it looks like the second on Allie Berry. Whatever. Foul shots now for Emily Palmer. She does hit the front end, so that gives her 7 points now. And actually, I did miss a basket, so I'll have to check the scorers table at halftime to correct my stats as Palmer misses the second foul shot, but now a bucket from Brown from just inside the arc will fall. And actually, I think, let's see, yeah, that's a 2. So that makes it 34-20 now with 2:20 to go in the first half. As Monticello has it back in the offensive end. Chamberlain into the middle. Amy Lewis high off the glass from the free throw line, no good. And San Juan will grab the board. And they will transition and set it up. Left side, Sadie Brown for 3. No on the roll. And on the rebound, a foul coming to Monticello as Emily Palmer had come down with that ball. And so this will put Palmer to the line, I believe shooting 2 here. Second foul of the night on Sadie Adams for Monticello, and now 8 as a team in the first half. As Palmer goes to the line for back-to-back trips. First shot rims out. And we'll await the second shot from the senior forward for San Juan. And it is on the way. Nothing but net. So Palmer now with 8. Of course, I am missing 2 points in the first half, so take these stats with a grain of salt. As Shumway will dribble up for Monticello. And she'll go left side now for Lewis. She's guarded tightly by Yanito. Now back to Shumway. She'll look left side again for Lewis. Bounces it into traffic. It's kicked, and so Monticello will reset on the far sideline with 104 seconds to go in this first half of play. And San Juan has stretched out the lead to their biggest of the night after Monticello had pulled to within 3. San Juan is now up by 15, so they've gone on a bit of a run after Monticello's rally. Shumway will now dish to the left wing for Allie Berry, who goes down into the corner. Her pass awry, misses Chamberlain and goes out of bounds, and that'll turn it back over to San Juan. With now 1:33 remaining in the half. And the Lady Broncos will take their time walking it up. Now to the left side, Yanito on the dribble, tries to go around Adams, can't. She'll kick it back out, 3 for Dishface, no. And the rebound goes out of bounds on the baseline, left side. Well, this San Juan team is just shooting from three-point range like it's their job. And it'll be interesting to look at the halftime stats. As Palmer takes an inbound pass, misses the jumper from just inside the arc. Monticello on the rebound and the run-up. Lewis will go right wing. Here's a Shumway 3, short. Rebounded by Monticello, though, and here's Lewis with it on the dribble with the right hand. Now pulls it up and hands off to Shumway. She bounces it right side, right of the paint, I should say, for Chamberlain, who gets it to Adams, and her shot rimmed out. Rebounded by San Juan, now down under a minute to go in the first half. To the left of the basket, San Juan brings it in, gives it to Palmer. She missed the jumper. And Monticello pulls down the board. And it's Lewis on the stutter step dribble. Now she pulls the ball in and will hand off to Chamberlain, who goes off the glass for a turnaround jumper. And that makes it 33-22. Monticello back to within 11. We're down under half a minute now to go in the opening half. Here's Dishface. They go around the horn here. Right wing 3. Yes, for Caitlin Perkins. As San Juan answers back with a big three-pointer, and that's the first 3 points for Perkins. 36-22 the score now. This ball in the feet of a San Juan defender, and it looks like actually a foul on the Lady Broncos will be called here. So I think this is going to go on Sadie Brown. That's her second. San Juan up to 10 now in the half, so Monticello in the double bonus, but with just 13 seconds remaining. So 2 shots for Monticello for the remaining 13 seconds. And Chamberlain is at the line here for the Lady Buckaroos. She gets a friendly bounce here. And that makes it 36-23. Chamberlain has 3 on the evening. She will toe the line. Second shot forthcoming. And that one goes right through. So Chamberlain with a couple big free throws here in the waning moments of this first half. San Juan on the run. We'll look for one final shot. Palmer left wing into the middle dish face. Right side. Baseline drive, missing the jumper that time. And a couple jumpers missed here, and the buzzer will sound, not allowing another shot. It was Perkins on the first attempt that missed, and then Yanito tried to follow that up. That one didn't go either. And the buzzer sounds to end the first half. It's a 36-24 lead for the hometown San Juan Broncos over the visiting Monticello Lady Buckaroos. We'll take a break. We'll try to get our halftime stats corrected, and we'll report those here when we come back to the broadcast. Stay with us. You're listening to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92.
Utah State University Blanding offers a wide range of career and technical education programs in the Four Corners, including health professions, technical careers, and business. These hands-on, career-focused programs prepare you to excel in your future career. Students in CTE programs also save money while earning a Utah State degree or certificate by paying only $82 a credit for tuition and fees. For more information, visit blanding.usu.edu/CTE.
Main Street Drug and Boutique in Monticello is a proud sponsor of high school sports in San Juan County. Located at 140 South Main Street in Monticello, Main Street Drug is the Four Corners' only compounding pharmacy, making medications tailored to your specific needs. The boutique features Moxie clothing and jewelry line by Sydney and Monique. Yeah, you heard it right. Move over, Paris and New York. You can get boutique clothing designed in Monticello, Utah. Main Street Drug and Boutique. Trusted care from people you know.
Diamond Propane in Blanding, Utah is the only locally owned and operated propane dealer in San Juan County. Call Dennis today at 435-558-5635 to fill your tank while prices are low. Diamond Propane provides bulk or residential propane and sells or leases tanks. That number again is 435-558-5635. Diamond Propane is a proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Is your bank owned by rich folks whose primary goal is bank profits? Desert Rivers Credit Union is for people, not profit, because we're owned and controlled by our members, your local friends and neighbors, and that's what makes all the difference. How? Desert Rivers Credit Union offers low loan rates to all our members, no matter what their credit score, as well as surcharge-free ATMs and lower fees on checking and home loans. Best of all, after necessary reserves, all profits are paid to our members because they are the owners. Come join and become an owner of Desert Rivers Credit Union. DesertRiversCU.com.
When you have pain, weakness, and debilitation, it's easy to get the physical therapy you need in San Juan County at Precision Rehab. You don't need to limp along, putting up with discomfort that saps your strength and movements. Precision Rehab is here to restore you to activity with clinics in Monticello and Blanding, as well as Montezuma Creek and Monument Valley. Whether the pain is in your knees, hips, shoulders, feet, or neck, we have innovative, effective treatments that make a difference. Treatment is covered by Medicare and most insurances. Call 435-678-3869 for an appointment. That's 435-678-3869.
Red Rock Classic Hits wants to welcome Antica Forma, Moab's authentic Neapolitan pizza and Italian cuisine. Antica Forma is proud to offer the freshest dough, cheese, and tomato sauce made each day from scratch. Come taste a little piece of Italy as they've done for centuries. Antica Forma welcomes all in the Four Corners to come taste perfection. Social distance on the new 3,000 square foot outside covered patio. Antica Forma, 267 North Main Street, next to Navitec Expedition.
Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing your home or property, Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency is there to help. With offices in San Juan and Grand counties, Anderson Oliver Title has provided title insurance and real estate closing services for over 20 years. Anderson Oliver Title is the only locally owned and operated title company in San Juan and Grand counties and is happy to be part of the community to work and to play alongside you and proud to support high school athletics.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rhett Sifford welcoming you back live to San Juan High School in Blanding, Utah, where the San Juan Lady Broncos at home lead the Monticello Lady Buckaroos 38-24 at halftime. And we do have some halftime stats for you. San Juan outscoring Monticello in the first quarter 17-9 and 21-15 in the second quarter, despite Monticello's, well, I guess Monticello only went on a 5-point run. I thought it was more than that, but they did pull back to within 3 at one point in that second quarter, but then San Juan went on a bit of a tear and really took the momentum back, and they do have the 14-point lead at the break. Let's have a look at some first-half statistics individually for both of these teams. And we'll start it off with the visiting Monticello Lady Buckaroos. They're led by Avery Shumway, who got 7 points in that first half. It was both Kennedy Brewer and Olivia Chamberlain with 4 apiece. I missed Sierra McCarthy. My apologies. She scored 5 in the first half. 2 points each for Kylie Rogers and Sadie Adams. Monticello ended up shooting 8 of 23 in that first half for 35%. From 2-point range, they were 5 of 16 for 31%. Pretty decent from 3-point range, Monticello. 3 of 7 for 43%. You had 3 players who were 1 of 2 each. Avery Shumway, Kennedy Brewer, and Sierra McCarthy all hit 1 of 2 shots from beyond the arc in that first half of play. Monticello 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the first half for 71%, so not too shabby there either. Avery Shumway and Olivia Chamberlain both a perfect 2 of 2. Kennedy Brewer was 1 of 2, and Allie Berry 0 of 1 in the first half. For the hometown San Juan Broncos, it's a game-high 11 points for Sadie Brown so far, so she's had a strong first 16 minutes. She's got some help as well. Emily Palmer with 8 in the first half. McKaylee Begay with 7. 6 points so far for Kiana Dishface, and 3 points each for Haley Warren and Caitlin Perkins. San Juan shot 16 of 48 from the floor in the first half, or 33%, so they're getting outshot slightly by the visiting Monticello Lady Buckaroos, and I would say both of the teams want to get their shooting up in the second half. From 3-point range, San Juan 3 of 11 in that first half, so both teams hitting 3 3-pointers in the first half of play. That's 27% shooting from beyond the arc for San Juan. And it breaks down as follows. Haley Warren, 1 of 3. Caitlin Perkins made her only shot from beyond the arc. McKaylee Begay, 1 of 2. And then Kiana Dishface is 0 of 3. Sadie Brown, 0 of 2 from 3-point land so far this evening, I should say. From the foul line, it was a 3 of 7 first half for San Juan. Not a whole lot of opportunity. Only 2 shooters. Emily Palmer, 2 of 4. And Sadie Brown, 1 of 3, and as a team, that's 43% shooting from the line. So San Juan wants to improve that number as well. Those are your first half stats. Again, it's a 38-24 halftime lead for the San Juan Lady Broncos here on their home court with the Monticello Lady Buckaroos in town visiting tonight. We've got this game right here on 92.7 FM on your radio dial. Also, pictureitpalmer.com with some video and audio. And we're, of course, streaming online 24/7 at redrock92.com on the audio side. And then we've also got a bonus game tonight with the Monticello boys hosting the Green River Pirates in Monticello. And you can find that game online at pictureitpalmer.com as well. So plenty of ways to watch some high school basketball here on this Tuesday night as we do our best to cover Southeast Utah high school sports action in this winter sports season, with all the COVID restrictions allowing only parents to come in and watch these events. So we'll be set for the second half in just a little bit. Stay with us. Again, it's a 38-24 lead for San Juan here tonight over Monticello after 16 minutes of play. It is high school hoops on Four Corners Classic Hits, Red Rock 92.
Britt Barton and his team at Primary Residential Mortgage want to thank their clients for making this their best year ever. Historically low interest rates make now the perfect time to call PRMI to purchase a home or refinance your mortgage. Their awesome staff, licensed in Utah and Colorado, has over 25 years of experience in the local mortgage industry and world-class customer service. Call or come into one of their local branches in Moab and Blanding. You can even apply online at sitwithbrit.com. Call today, 435-678-3535, and they can help you with all your home loan needs. Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated is an equal housing lender. NMLS 3094.
Utah State University Blanding offers a wide range of career and technical education programs in the Four Corners, including health professions, technical careers, and business. These hands-on, career-focused programs prepare you to excel in your future career. Students in CTE programs also save money while earning a Utah State degree or certificate by paying only $82 a credit for tuition and fees. For more information, visit blanding.usu.edu/CTE.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rhett Sifford welcoming you back live to San Juan High School in Blanding, Utah, set for the second half here this evening. It is high school hoops on Red Rock 92. We're glad you've joined us tonight. The San Juan Lady Broncos hosting the Monticello Lady Buckaroos here tonight in the San Juan High School gymnasium. And again, the Monticello Buckaroos, the boys squad up north in Monticello this evening on their gym, hosting the Green River Pirates. And you can find that game at pictureitpalmer.com. David Boyle on the call up north. And we are underway in the second half here now at San Juan High School. Monticello with the basketball to start it off. An immediate Allie Berry jumper, and she misses from 10 feet there. And rebounded by San Juan. Lady Broncos right into the paint. Palmer can't get the jumper to go, but gets her own rebound and the putback. She's up to 10 points on the night now for San Juan, and the Lady Broncos continue to increase the lead. It's up to 16 now, as Monticello will lose it on the far side out of bounds, and that'll turn it back over to San Juan. Not how Monticello wanted to run that play. And it's 40-24. We're just underway in the second half. 7:20 remaining in this third quarter, as San Juan will now trade turnovers with Monticello as they lose it on the far side. Begay could not save that one at the last moment. And the Lady Buckaroos will walk it up. Avery Shumway on the dribble. Finds Allie Berry right side. She's just inside the arc. Bounces it right of the paint to Adams. Good pass, but Adams couldn't get the layup. Rebounded by San Juan. And they are in transition. Pass down low, baseline left, and Palmer couldn't handle it, but knocks it back into play, saving it from going out of bounds, and it bounces to Dishface. They'll swing it around right side for three. Yes, for Haley Warren. As San Juan gets their fourth three-point basket of the night, and it's 43-24. Up to a 21-point lead now for the hometown Lady Broncos, who are in full command of this one. Now Brewer with a head fake. They set a nice pick on the far side, but a travel will be called on Monticello. And this will give the ball back to San Juan, who will inbound in the backcourt with 6:25 now to go in this third quarter, and the Lady Broncos enjoying a 43-24 lead. For three from the right wing is Begay, no good. Rebounded by Monticello. And the Lady Buckaroos will walk it up. Allie Berry, left wing for Shumway. Drives into the paint, kicks right side. A two for Sadie Adams is good. 43-26. Under 6 minutes now to go in the third quarter. As Palmer goes into the paint, has a shot blocked, but Kylie Rogers commits a foul on the play, and that'll put Palmer to the line. This will be, I think, her third trip of the evening. Kylie Rogers' second foul. Monticello gets the first infraction of the second half. And for Palmer, it is her third trip. She's 2 of 4 so far. Make it 2 of 5 as she goes off the front of the rim on this front end. Palmer's second shot on the way and rims in. Make it 44-26 now. Palmer has 11. That ties her for the game high with her teammate, Sadie Brown. And Monticello with it back in the offensive end. Left wing two for Shumway, no good. And it missed everything. San Juan came down with the loose ball. Now Monticello knocks it away, but it goes out of bounds, so San Juan will reset on the far sideline at midcourt, and Dishface will dribble it up. Left wing, here's a three for Warren. Yes, nothing but net. She's got 9 on the night as San Juan continues to maintain the momentum here, and they're up now by 21. It's 21 points now. I miscounted earlier as Dishface goes to the hole, can't get the layup, but San Juan grabs the rebound now, doing what Coach Stearns wanted them to do, winning the rebound battle so far here tonight. Looking good in that department. A couple misses here for San Juan, and the Lady Buckaroos will come the other way this time. And now unable to save this from going out of bounds is Brewer. I think if she had not touched that, that would have been off San Juan out of bounds. And so the Lady Broncos will get a free possession here. They'll inbound from just to the left of the scorer's table. And they'll bring it in right side now down toward the baseline. It's Brown. She'll go cross court. Pulling up for an 18-footer is Warren. No good. And the rebound goes out of bounds. San Juan had gotten the rebound. Palmer, she tried to pass that under the basket, but nobody home. And that'll turn it back over to Monticello. And it's Brewer on the dribble across the timeline. She'll toss it down low, left of the basket. Rogers tried to make a move to the bucket. It's kicked away from her, so the Lady Buckaroos will reset on the offensive baseline right. And Shumway steps there. I'm sorry, that's Brewer. Tosses it in high to Barry. She'll look left wing now for Shumway. Shumway drives into the paint. Had the shot blocked by Palmer, who's called for a foul, and she disagreed with that call. She was just, in her defense, standing there with her arms straight in the air. And so that for Palmer will be her first of the night. So she's got a couple to spare here. We are nearly halfway through the third quarter with 4:40 remaining in this frame. It's a 47-26 lead for San Juan. Shumway is at the line to shoot 2 here for Monticello. And the first goes down. So she's up to 8 now. That is a team high for Monticello. And that's her first point since the first quarter, because she opened the scoring for the Lady Buckaroos with the first 7 points that Monticello scored in this game. She can't get this one to rim in, and it'll go to San Juan on the board. And nice. That was almost a nice pass from Dishface down low. She moved right, tossed it back against the body, and it almost made it to Begay under the basket, but knocked away at the last moment by Monticello out of bounds. San Juan gets an inbound, and Brown misses the shot right off the pass from the baseline right. And it remains 47-27. Here's a Brewer 3 that went high off the glass, but Kylie Rogers is right there to clean it up and put it back. For Rogers, it's 4 points on the night. San Juan back in the offensive end, and Kiwana Dishface drains a 3. The Lady Broncos now with 5 3-pointers in the ball game. Sorry, that's 6 now. So 3 here in the third quarter after 3 in the first half. And Monticello trying to answer back, have a pass knocked out of bounds on the baseline. No, this is going to be a foul on San Juan, and it will be the second on Emily Palmer, her second in a row. So maybe I shouldn't have said that she had some to spare. As Allie Berry will go to the line, her second trip. This first shot is short off the front of the rim. So she falls to 0 of 2 on the night from the charity stripe. And still looking for her first point on the evening. She'll toe the line. And here comes her foul shot. And that one, nothing but net, but they're going to wave it off. A lane violation on Monticello. So Allie Berry thought she'd scored, but no dice. And it remains 50-29 with 3:55 now to go in the third quarter. San Juan fully in command of this one. They'll go into the paint. Emily Palmer spins away from the D. Nice pass on a reverse back to Sadie Brown, who had an easy layup. And she now has a game-high 13. It's 52-29. Ball bounces away from Monticello as they bring it back in. And now a 2-on-0 down low. And it's going to eventually go to Emily Palmer, who lays it up and in easily. So Sadie Brown and Emily Palmer trading baskets here for San Juan and trading the game high. Here's a foul on San Juan as Monticello runs it back up. And this will be the second of the night on number 10, Serena Yanito, as Allie Berry misses a three. As Monticello got the ball back in. It bounced into the right corner. San Juan grabs the loose ball. Emily Palmer in transition, missing a pull-up jumper. And now the ball goes out of bounds, I believe, here on Monticello. So San Juan will keep it in the offensive end. And there was a travel that time, so thanks to Lane Palmer, a picture at Palmer. Finally, I'm getting to sit next to him here during the broadcast and helping me out here, as this time Palmer missed a shot from underneath, and that one does go out of bounds untouched. Therefore, it'll be Monticello basketball coming the other way. Brewer on the dribble across the line. Goes right side for Allie Berry. She'll bounce it inside. Baseline right. Adams thought about it. That's Sadie Adams thought about it. Didn't take the shot from the baseline. She did go to Kylie Rogers, who put up an attempt. She was fouled and will shoot two. And that's the third of the night now on Sadie Brown. So, indeed, I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Monticello will try to cut into this big San Juan lead, but Rogers misses everything on the front end here. So one more shot forthcoming from the Lady Buckaroo Jr. It's 54-29 for San Juan. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter now. Rogers' second shot, nothing but net. So she has 5, and Monticello is back to within 24. It's 54-30 in favor of San Juan. And now a left wing three for Warren, and that rims in. And San Juan just teasing Monticello. Every time the Lady Buckaroo scores, San Juan, it seems, comes down and drains a three here. As the Lady Buckaroos lose the basketball, now they battle. Kylie Rogers comes out of the pack with it. Now she loses it in the paint, tries to knock it back for Lewis. And finally, San Juan comes out of the crowd, and they get a couple players under the basket. And it's Emily Palmer with an easy lay-in. And it's 59-30. Monticello sets it back up. Allie Berry on the dribble into the right corner. She'll reverse. Now pulls up the ball and hands it inside, but it's going to be picked off by Palmer. She's fouled on the dribble. And this will be Monticello's second in the half. And I think it's against Kylie Rogers here. It would be her third, and it is. So 2:07 remaining in the third quarter, a 59-30 lead in favor of the San Juan Lady Broncos. As Yanito will take an inbound pass and will send it in to number 23, Caitlin Perkins. They'll send it back around left side. Now Yanito into the left corner for Perkins. She'll dribble with the right hand, hands to Yanito. Now back to the top of the key for Palmer, who misses the three-pointer from straight away. San Juan with the rebound. There's another try from underneath that gets partially blocked, and that was from Haley Warren. Monticello comes away with it, and now they'll bring it in, but Allie Berry mishandles a pass on the far side. That goes out of bounds, and the unforced error will turn it back over to San Juan now with 96 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And a 29-point lead for San Juan, who are nearly doubling up Monticello. There's a shot from Palmer, no good. Rebounded by San Juan. They'll kick it out. There's a Perkins three, no good. Rebounded again by San Juan as they continue to win the battle on the boards. And now a jump ball as Monticello gets in to put a hand on an Adri Johnson effort. And looks like the arrow is on the Broncos side of the scoreboard. So San Juan will keep it. Now I think Monticello is going to call a timeout with 1:18 to go in the third and a 59-30 lead for the host squad, the San Juan Lady Broncos. And we are brought to you tonight on High School Hoops on Red Rock 92, in part by San Juan Health, proud to sponsor broadcast of high school sports on Red Rock 92.
Here at Utah Naval Health System, our mission statement is we exist to improve your quality of life through comprehensive, self-empowered, culturally sensitive, and amazing customer service.
In Blanding and Moab, licensed in Utah and Colorado. They offer plenty of options to purchase a home or refinance your mortgage. San Juan Pharmacy, a longtime supporter of local sports and a pillar in the community. San Juan Building Supply, an innovative lumber and building material supplier in Blanding, offering competitive prices, quality merchandise, and superior service. San Juan Credit Union, serving residents of San Juan County since 1963. With branches in Bluff, Blanding, and Monticello, they offer exceptional financial products in a caring environment. And Blue Mountain Chiropractic. Dr. Rhett Mon has been serving our schools and communities for more than 25 years with offices in Blanding, Monticello, and Moab. And Rhett, I don't know if you're listening tonight, but I think I knew this in the past at some point, but my name is Thomas Rhett, and come to find out, so is Dr. Mon's name. Coincidence? I don't know. Monticello gets the ball after a San Juan miss here. We're back to action, and I didn't see who missed that shot. I think it may have been Haley Warren. San Juan steals from Monticello, comes back the other way, and now Sadie Adams goes down at midcourt. Looks like she tripped over the foot of a San Juan defender, so that's going to be a foul on the Lady Broncos, and it looks like Caitlin Perkins will be the guilty party. That gives San Juan 5 as a team here in the second half, and that's 2 now on Perkins. And Monticello will reset from the near sideline. And it's Amy Lewis with the basketball. Now to Allie Berry, right side, or right corner, I should say, for Chamberlain, and now a pass intercepted. Yanito on the run the other way. Allie Berry pulls off the defense smartly. Yanito misses the layup attempt. And now Monticello trying to throw it quickly down court, and that sails out of the reach of everybody out of bounds. And San Juan will get the ball back here with 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter and a 59-30 lead for the Lady Broncos. Palmer at the free throw line, out to Yanito, now left wing for Warren. She'll drive baseline left, but loses it underneath the basket. Monticello in transition the other way following the steal. And now here's an Allie Berry three from long range off the glass, no. Rebounded by San Juan, and now down to the final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Palmer on the dribble, right of the paint, makes a move inside the Monticello D, then beats him to the rebound for her own putback. And that's a game-high 17 points now for the senior forward for San Juan as the buzzer sounds to end the third quarter. And it's all San Juan here in the San Juan High School Gymnasium, 61-30 through 24 minutes of play. And we are glad you've joined us tonight. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92, Four Corners Classic Hits. And in our ball game tonight on 92.7 FM, it's the San Juan. San Juan Record, proud to cover local sports on Red Rock 92, SJRnews.com, and in the San Juan Record. Red's Ace Hardware, serving the community since 1909 for all your grill, hardware, home improvement, lawn and garden, and tool needs. Also tonight, Empire Electric, your local electric co-op, powering our community since 1939. Also this evening, the Canyon Country Discovery Center, Blue Mountain Hospital, Utah Navajo Health System, Energy Fuels White Mesa Mill, Eagle Air Med, Canyonlands Tire CBs, Four Corners Electric, Flights Gymnastics, H&R Block, Red Mechanical, Steve Frankham, the Blue Sage Inn, and Car Shop. And a big thanks to all the sponsors this evening making the broadcast possible. As Monticello has possession to open the fourth and final quarter tonight. And there's a long-range shot from Amy Lewis that won't go. That would have been for three. And San Juan pulls down the board. They'll set it back up in the offensive end. Now Amy Lewis trying to steal as we get some fresh faces in the ballgame for this fourth quarter for San Juan. And it looks like Adri Johnson is in, along with Kalia Howard, a sophomore, we'll just try to do our best to follow the new players as Yanito, I should say, misses a baseline right jumper. Monticello in transition, and a shot won't go for Sierra McCarthy. And on the rebound, we get a foul. It looks like this is going to be on McCarthy herself after missing the shot. That'll be her first. Monticello's third now in the second half. No, they're going to give that to, well, there it is now up on the board. As McCarthy goes up to knock this pass away from Yanito and steal it away. So Monticello has the basketball. They'll toss it in. Left wing, driving into the paint is Lewis. Bounces it to the right side. Sadie Adams can't get a shot to go. The rebound bounces out of bounds. And San Juan in transition. No, it didn't bounce out of bounds. San Juan got it. Now a jumper from just inside the arc will go for number 23, Caitlin Perkins. And that makes it 63-30. That's our first points in the fourth quarter. Now Amy Lewis in trouble. Corrals a loose ball, and it's tossed up, no good from Shumway for three. A Sadie Adams follow-up try, no good. And on this rebound, a foul will result to San Juan. And it looks like this will be a two-shot situation for Monticello. That's going to be on Perkins, her third, and San Juan's sixth. So Monticello will go in the bonus for the rest of the game now on the next foul shot. Adams at the line, drains the front end here. So she's up to 5 points on the night. And she's also a perfect 1 of 1 now from the line, as this is her first trip. Second shot on the way, and that one rims off. A lane violation on San Juan. So one more shot from Sadie Adams. That one didn't count. And so all this coming with 6:42 remaining in the ball game, and a large 63-31 lead for the San Juan Lady Broncos over the Monticello Buckaroos, or Lady Buckaroos, here in the San Juan High School Gymnasium. So Adams makes good on the second official foul shot. San Juan giving her a third opportunity with that lane violation. So here's San Juan back in the offensive end. A Hallie Palmer pass into the middle is intercepted. Monticello the other way. A pull-up jumper from Adams is no good. Rebounded by Yanito, and she's on the run. Sends it out ahead and too far. Out of bounds, out in front of number 11, Kalia Howard. So this will be coming the other way in favor of Monticello, who are down 63-32 and into the final 6:15 of this ball game, as the Lady Buckaroos bounce it into the middle, and a spin-around shot no good for Kylie Rogers. This one's rebounded by San Juan, and Yanito brings it across, hands to Palmer. Now left side, and into the middle they go, and driving through traffic, knocking defenders down is Adri Johnson. Strong drive into the paint there. This is going to be actually a jump ball, and it will go in favor of Monticello. So let's see who's in here for San Juan. We'll try to get the right players in. I think it's 23, 14, 11, 10, and 32. And all those players in now for San Juan. And speaking of 32, Hallie Palmer, the junior, on the steal. Monticello running back to cover on D, and they do get a steal to get it right back. Sierra McCarthy on the drive down court, off the glass and in. And that makes it 64-34. On the scoop and score from Sierra McCarthy, and now San Juan back in the offensive end. Caitlin Perkins with the basketball. Goes right wing for Hallie Palmer. No good on the three. Rebounded by Monticello on the far sideline. And now they'll bring it in. Here's a jumper from three for Kennedy Brewer. No good. And this rebound goes out of bounds, I think, off San Juan here. But now all the starters are coming back in for San Juan, so I shouldn't have done subbing on my stat program here, it looks like. That's going to be confusing. So now in there is 33-30. As Monticello's going to get a shot to go. Adams, 25 is back in. So Adams scoring. We're going to have to cancel this and start over, folks. There's a foul for Monticello as McKaylee Begay went up for the shot, but Adams, meanwhile, scoring for the Lady Buckaroos. And this will send McKaylee Begay to the line here for San Juan. And so Begay's first shot on the way rolls off. 63-36 the score in favor of San Juan. 5:09 remaining in the ball game. It has been San Juan in the lead from the start. In the second quarter, Monticello pulled back as close to within 3 before San Juan was able to rally back and take the momentum back away. McKaylee Begay misses the second foul shot as well here, but Emily Palmer right there for San Juan to clean it up. Now an Adams jumper from the baseline right misses. And San Juan with the rebound, and they'll transition. Here's Kiana Dishface on the dribble. They'll go baseline right, and a 6-footer is good for McKaylee Begay. She's up to 9 points off the bench for San Juan tonight, and it's 67-36. Lady Buckaroos have the ball in the offensive end after San Juan actually saved it from going out of bounds. There's a shot no good, 23 and 24 both missing for Monticello. They keep it in the offensive end. There's a shot again no good for Brewer, and now a whistle as this ball goes out of bounds on the battle for the loose ball here. So 3 misses that time for Monticello. But the Lady Bucks will get a chance to inbound here from the offensive baseline on the left side. Brewer looks in and will bounce it inside to Shumway. Too hard off the glass. And it's rebounded by San Juan. They're on the run the other way. Dishface tried to send that down under the basket to Brown, but it's picked off by Monticello's Sadie Adams. She dribbles it up, now knocks it down, or has it knocked down, I should say. They find Allie Berry under the basket. She's fouled on the floor. And Monticello will inbound from the offensive baseline. That's going to be the third of the night on Palmer. Nope, they're going to give that to number 15, sorry. Well, no, that's Monticello. Now it is, yeah, third of the night on Palmer. Just slow to get it on the board, it looks like. Allie Berry will go to the line. It is a 1-and-1 now since Monticello is in the bonus for the first time in the second half, and still 4 minutes to go in this ball game. So halfway through the fourth quarter, Monticello in the bonus, and now Allie Berry will get her first point as this one rolls in. So she earns herself a second shot. Now all of Monticello's starters on the score sheet for the night. Berry's second shot on the way and rims out. So it is 67-37 in favor of San Juan. As they'll quickly transition. There's a 2, I think, for Warren. No good from the left wing. And a jump ball on the rebound as Allie Berry steps in to battle with McKaylee Begay. And it'll be San Juan basketball on alternating possession. Dishface steps to the baseline. Sends it in, and now a 3 for Warren. Rims off. Rebounded by San Juan, though. They'll go to the free throw line to Dishface. She lobs it underneath, and there's Palmer for the lay-in in traffic. Palmer now up to an impressive 21 points in the game, obviously a game high, and it's 69-37. Monticello gets a drive on the baseline, but Brewer is going to be called for a travel, and that will turn it back over to San Juan. So, boy, Brewer had a clear path to the bucket there, but stepped on the baseline on the dribble. And now San Juan brings it back into the offensive end. Nice drive to the hole, and Haley Warren lobs that up and in. And it is 71-37 now as San Juan obviously fully in command of this one. Monticello with it back in the offensive end. Brewer baseline drive again, but she dribbles it out of bounds once again under the basket, although looks like they're going to call a foul on this play. So this will actually be on Sadie Brown, her fourth. San Juan sends a fire wagon change in again. Well, this time it's 4 of their 5 players, new players. No, it looks like all 5 are new. And that'll probably be it. They'll probably stay in this time, I would guess. So maybe I can get away with the changes this time. Maybe not, as Brewer hits the first of a couple foul shots. There's actually, I think, a 1-and-1 here, so She'll earn a second shot here and drains both. So Brewer up to 6 points now for Monticello, who trails 71-39. And here's San Juan with it back in the offensive end. And Hallie Palmer to Yanito. Left wing three for Perkins, no. The rebound comes all the way back out to Palmer, though. They'll swing it around again. Perkins on the drive into the paint. Lobs it up, and it'll roll in. It took a minute, but it rolls in. And Perkins up to 7 points for San Juan off the bench. And now a whistle as Monticello inbounded. I didn't see. I think they traveled on the play, and that'll turn it back over to San Juan. So an unforced error by the Lady Buckaroos. And San Juan inbounds, and they'll get a player open underneath, and a nice effort to the hole here for Adri Johnson. She can't make it fall, but she is fouled and will shoot two. And that's going to be on Sadie Adams, her third of the night for Monticello, who are now up to 4 in the second half. And it is Adri Johnson to the line for San Juan. She drains the first. So for Johnson, that's her first point, makes it 74-39 with just over 2.5 to go in the ball game. She gets a friendly bounce on the second shot, and the sophomore has 2. And it is a 36-point lead for the host San Juan Lady Broncos as Avery Shumway travels coming the other way, and that'll give it back to the Lady Broncos. 2:25 now to go in this ball game as San Juan inbounds, and Yanito will walk it up. Serena Yanito goes into the middle and high off the glass from in the paint. Adri Johnson gets that one to fall. So 4 straight points for the Lady Broncos sophomore, make it 77-39. All San Juan all the time in this one. Monticello did put a good rally together in the second quarter, but since then San Juan has had all the momentum and has controlled this game firmly in the second half. Monticello loses it in the offensive end, and now a double team is giving Johnson some troubles. And the Lady Broncos will inbound here, Yanito, after Monticello loses it. Yanito and Palmer work a give and go, and now Yanito will walk it in to Palmer, into the middle for, now down underneath the basket actually for Kalia Howard, who hits her first field goal of the evening as she gets an easy layup from the left side. She was open underneath. Monticello in transition. They'll set it up. Here's Lewis, right side for Barry. On the dribble. Ran into the defensive San Juan. They'll swing it back out. Now lob it up underneath, right side baseline, and Barry can't handle the pass under there. And that'll be turned back over to San Juan coming the other direction. 1:21 to go in the ball game now, and a 79-39 lead. 40 points for the San Juan Lady Broncos. So San Juan more than doubling up Monticello in this ball game now, as the Lady Broncos will get it in traffic down under the basket. Now they'll swing it back out high. Here's a Yanito three. Yes, nothing but net. And Yanito's first points of the night make it 82-39. San Juan knocking on the door to 90 points in this ball game, as Adams on the baseline will get it. Now dribbles it back out into the corner. Now she swings her way through the D, gets underneath the basket, has it knocked away for a moment, but then is able to scoop it up and in. And Adams has a team-high 10 points now for the Lady Buckaroos. It's 82-41. We're into the final half minute of play here tonight. Yanito spots a Howard underneath, but she can't handle the pass. It goes out of bounds, baseline left, and Monticello will inbound. Shumway on the dribble. Now gets the ball, keeps the ball away from Yanito, I should say. She'll bounce it inside to Adams. To the left under the basket. She missed a try. Allie Berry couldn't get the follow-up. And Monticello steals as San Juan was trying to transition. Adams with a bucket and a foul. So a chance at a three-point play here for the Monticello senior guard. It is 82-43 on that basket, and Adams could make it 44. It's the first foul of the night on Johnson, but The shot for Adams falls off. San Juan coming back the other way, trying to answer. Unito can't make a shot go, and that'll do it. Time expires on this game. I would say Monticello may say some thanks for that. And the final here tonight in the San Juan High School Gymnasium, 82-43. San Juan going away with this one. And we'll have some final game stats for you in just a little bit. Stay with us, folks. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92.
I hope you've enjoyed this game. To continue to make these possible, please consider donating or becoming a sponsor today. You can check us out at pictureatpalmer.com.